Hello everybody. My name is Gency and I'm serving as a substitute for David who can't do his video for Tuesday, so I am doing a video of my own in his stead. I'm merely a substitute though, so... Before I get into the actual subject here, I live here, United States, Rhode Island. I am a senior in high school, so I'm pretty young. And obviously, I'm an aspiring polyglot. I obviously know English. I was raised bilingual, so I know Spanish as well, fluently. And my target languages, my two, I guess, are French and German. Obviously, and I guess my German's better than my French. Throwing that out there. Anyway, so on the topic of German, my topic here is the genitive case. Now, before anything, small refresher, the genitive case is obviously the grammatical case, the noun case that shows possession. Obviously in many languages, not just German. But there's this confusion I've had in the past with the genitive, and I've seen that other people have had in the past, where I've been told that apparently native German speakers avoid the genitive case or something. Like the natives just don't use it, and instead of using the genitive, they use this other construction, which is the dative case plus von, yeah. And I don't know. I was just confused because I had never heard of that before. Because back when I was learning Russian, and obviously they also have the genitive case, so it was just like. The genitive case didn't have this issue where everyone was avoiding it or something. But, yeah, the natives apparently avoid the genitive in colloquial speech, and that was kind of confusing for me. So, at the time that I was mainly confused about it, I had looked it up. I went on a hunt to see what possible reason there could be for this. And I found that the genitive seems to be, the reason it isn't used is because when you use it, it kind of makes you sound like, it sounds old, ancient, poetic, if that's one of the words that were used. Apparently, using the genitive is kind of just, it makes you, it's kind of like speaking like Shakespeare, Elizabethan English almost, I guess. That might, maybe, I don't know. Point being here is that the genitive is avoided just for being a little, I guess, old sounding, and that is why the genitive is in conversation, normal conversation. It's replaced with the dative plus von, which von obviously is the German word for of. So, my experience with the dative, genitive, is I use both, which I probably shouldn't do, I guess, but I do. I try to use the genitive because, obviously, I need to practice my German, so obviously I need to practice, I guess, the cases in a sense. Meaning that I have to be able to, use the cases whenever in conversation, whether I'm talking with myself or talking to somebody else. I try to, incorporate my grammatical cases, and obviously the genitive, I use it because it's the possessive case here. So obviously, if I'm going to show possession, I'm going to have to use the genitive. But when I found out that apparently you're supposed to avoid it, and the construction, the dative plus von construction was used more, in conversation, what I would do is that I would use both. I guess, normally, I wouldn't make a huge deal out of it. I would just use it because I'm showing possession here. So I would use both interchangeably, though likely chance is I probably shouldn't be. But it's confusing in the sense that I mean, I guess it's kind of... It's almost as if the genitive case is kind of like a literary case almost. Like, you'll see it more in literature rather than being spoken with natives or something. It's kind of like the literary tenses in French, like the passé simple and the literary tenses that you'll only see in literature, obviously. So I guess the genitive kind of is like that, in the sense that you likely chances you're not going to see people actually using the passé simple instead of the passé composé, or you know, the simple past instead of the, you know, the actual past that's used in French. But yeah, I guess the genitive is kind of just, it makes you sound like, it's kind of like the equivalent to trying to sound all Middle English, or I guess Elizabethan English. You know, thou art, thine, you know, stuff like that. So I'm guessing the genitive kind of just makes you sound like a little bit old-fashioned for somebody in the modern world. Anyway, my own recommendation when it comes to the whole dative-genitive confusion is, obviously, don't listen to me. Don't use both. If you're told to use one, then use that. If not, then don't. Though, I remember one time, actually on Tumblr, on my actual language blog, somebody actually addressed my confusion and told me that they sounded confused. So they were like, "What? Somebody told you not to use the genitive case?" And they told me that they still, the genitive case is used, just not with necessarily a frequency. Like, it is used, but it's not something you're just gonna. It's not like you're gonna go into the streets and you're just gonna see people just using the genitive case for possession. But they say that it's not that it's complete, it's not used at all. It's just not used with generally a frequency. So that more or less solved my confusion, but I don't know. It's weird that one of the cases just kind of it was going with the other three cases, and then it kind of just went away, went in another direction or something. See you later. But anyway, yeah, don't do what I'm doing. I'm only doing that because I'm still studying German. I'm dumb. But yeah, if you're told to use dative plus phone in conversation, then go ahead and do that. Instead of me using both. I mean, I guess you should use the genitive just in case if you're going to do what I'm doing, and just practice it, just so then if I have a need to use it, even though I might not, but if I have a need to use it, then I actually can use it if I have to. But apparently I might not. So that's the whole deal with this genitive case confusion of mine. I chose this topic only because it's a topic that recently that I've tackled with. I mean, I know that it's not something overly major, but it's a topic. And I hope you were interested, and I don't know whenever you're going to see me again. I am the substitute here, but whatever. I guess it's the end of this video, and I don't know, perhaps I'll see you guys one day again if I need to serve as a substitute again. And we'll talk about something more interesting than a genitive case. Maybe. But yeah, that is the end of this video. See ya.